Well, how's it going? I'm Mark Duffy. Welcome to my channel. On today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing the new Freewell V2 variable ND and polarizer. Full disclosure, I got this quite a while ago actually, and I got to keep it, and it has no impact on what I'm about to say, and I have a full set of thoughts that I want to share with you right now. So the box is possibly one of the nicest I have ever come across. This full leather. It has a magnetic close. Oh, listen to that. Just listen to that. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Yeah, like for me, from being a former graphic designer and looking at branding and packaging, this just tickles the funny bone. Like, you know, they've thought of absolutely everything with this. Loads of space in this for holding the variable ND itself. We'll come back to that in a second. And then as well as that, you've got this wee pull tab, which will then lift up the different sections of whatever you have in there, so you can have extra filters, you can have your adapters and all the rest. With this, they actually did send me out, that's not it because I put my hand through it, that's the adapter. What they also did send me out to try out 1/8 strength snow mist. Now, I've heard of black mist, never heard of a snow mist before, so I was interested in trying that out. That's the packaging. Let's talk about the variable ND now. I'm going to say it right now. This is the best variable ND I've ever used. And it's not only a variable ND, it's a variable ND circular polarizer. Now that comes with its own problems, because the nature of variable NDs, from my understanding, is that they are two polarizers crossing over, and that's how you're able to darken. So then it also can polarize the scene. So there's a lot of polarizing going on, and with that comes color shifts. And this has no color shifts at all. This is absolutely true neutral density variable ND. So with the adapter, stick it onto your lens, and then it's magnets. It's the power of magnets. So the magnets go on, but as well as that, you've got these locking knobs as well, and they will hold your polarization in place. So you're going to set the polarization, you're going to twist that. When you get that into place, you're going to lock them in, and then you're going to engage your variable ND. So if you don't need to engage the polarizer, just lock it straight away and then just start twisting, and it couldn't be any easier than that. Now this is a 3 to 7 stop variable ND, and it has hard stops for both sides. So you go to 3 stops and it stops and locks, and then you bring it to 7 and it locks, doesn't go any further. Because it has such a short throw between 3 and 7 stops of light, you shouldn't really come across the X pattern problem that you do with other variable NDs. There's other variable NDs out there in the market, and they're 1.5 to 10 stops. But realistically, between 16mm and 50mm, you can only use 1.5 to 5 stops because you'll get the X pattern, and above that and you get the X, you need to be using a longer focal length than 50mm to get past that. You don't have that issue with this here. If we talk about the design, then gorgeous, absolutely. It looks great on the front of your lens. The grip is really nice, so it's not difficult to grab this once it's locked into place. I'm having a little bit of problems because it is very narrow. That's one thing. That's one great thing you'll notice with this. It doesn't take up a lot of real estate. So if you're using wide angle lenses, you're not going to have much chance of it being seen. Another nice feature to the design is the cap that comes with it, and the wee handle as well. Really nice. And you can see it's quite strong of a magnet. There's a bit on it, like, you know, you will think that you're going to rip it off your lens, but you won't. So it's really nice. And they do have it listed, or maybe they didn't. I thought they had A and B on this one. No, they don't. They have V2 on that one, and then they have A and B on this. So when you have it connected, then it is nice and protected. Put that into your camera bag. And a lot of times I actually carry it like this here. I don't be always carrying it in the big case. Now, they're all great points, but there is a con with this, and it is the locking screws. They're so small, they're so easy to when you're trying to remove something, you will overdo it and they will fall off and you won't be able to find them. And it happened to me. It happened to me before. It fell off actually on a shoot where I was videoing a mural artist, and it fell out on a stone ground, and I spent 5 minutes looking for it, couldn't find it. And then I was like, all right, I'm never going to find it, and I kicked it. I don't know how, what a fluke. I kicked it and I went into a spot where the sun was shining on it, and it was glistening, and I was able to pick it up and get it. Otherwise, I had lost it. So enough talking about this. Let's go on to the bonus thing that they gave me. Use the strap to pull that out, and here we go. We have the snow mist filter. And like I was saying, I had only ever heard of a black mist filter. I never heard of a snow mist. And this is 1/8 strength. I think they go to like 1/4 and 1/2 strength. So 1/8 would lead you to believe that this is very weak, but it is not. If you use this right, it could be quite strong, and it has a really nice finish to it. You can see straight out the difference it's making to my skin. So it's making, I don't really know if you're going to see much there. One really cool trick to do is to put lights either side of your seat. Just put them just a little bit out of frame, face them in towards the camera, and the particles in the filter will actually flare them out. You get this really, really cool look. And if you follow my landscape photography, you know that I love this kind of look. And my landscape photography is known for this particular glow that I love to add into my photos. Now, in my own defense as well, that signature that I put into it, I do shoot purposely for a particular look. So it's not a case that I'm artificially adding this on top of every photo that I shoot. I purposely go out and shoot sunsets and sunrises for a particular look, so it works for how I like my photos to finish looking like. Long story long, this will get you that same effect in camera. I've been trying it out and it is really great. Hence why I said the 1/8 is stronger than you think. I don't think I'd want a 1/2 strength snow mist, but I would love to try out the 1/4 and the 1/8 and then compare it against a black mist as well, the same 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and see what the differences are. So if Freewell are watching, just keep me considered. Maybe we can do a comparison of these and like maybe a buyer's guide to these, because I literally don't know what the difference is, because this is the first time I've used something like this. Really impressed. And like for me to go on a shoot, say for products or something like that, and get my signature look that I have on the landscape photography, put it into my commercial side of things and have it in camera. You're never always going to get that client that can pay for that extra amount of editing that's needed per photo. That's a great addition. Really, really great addition. Price-wise, for the case, the variable ND, obviously, and the adapter, you're talking about €180 and then €60 for any of their effects and filters. So I think they're really well priced. That is an absolutely fantastic price for that, and for videographers, it's a no-brainer. This is an absolute no-brainer. Go out and get you one of these because you won't regret it. It's literally the best variable ND I have ever used. Hope you liked the video, hope you enjoyed it and you got something from it. If you did, give it a like and maybe subscribe to my channel and ring that bell to get notified every time I post up a new video. Find me on all the social medias under Mark Duffy Photography, and until the next time, later gators.